Good morning, everyone. This is live gentle yoga with Sarah in the middle of a crazy house. I'm so glad you guys are all here. And I've got Lance as my yoga model here today. Good morning. And we're going to get started. So find yourself a couple of towels. And there's my goofy husband. Find yourself a couple of towels and a mat. If you're going to use a mat, kick all the people out of your space so you can have a little bit of quiet. Maybe. We've done our best to kick the people out. We'll see what happens today. I'm really glad you're here. So let's have some yoga. Go ahead and come to a seat and feel free to sit on a couple of towels, sit on the edge of your couch, like really get comfy. And let's get going. So as you come to your seat, cross at the shins or send your legs out ahead of you. And we're going to do a little bit of focusing and then we'll get moving. So settle your bottom towards the floor. Let your hands rest on your lap, palms up or palms down. Palms up is a space of receiving. And palms down is a face of moving inward. So just notice if you need a little bit more help to move in today, or if you need a little bit of assistance from the outside world. Start to settle into your breath, letting yourself fill up and empty out. Get your belly involved in this movement. Inhaling and letting your belly soften out. Exhaling and drawing your belly up and in. Inhaling and letting your belly soften. Exhaling and drawing your belly up and in. And letting yourself be in a space of nurturing. Of consciously caring for your mind and for your body. Bring your right hand to your heart and cover it with your left. And as you press your palms towards the center of your chest, bring your chest towards your hands and just feel this lifting as if you are going to hold your own heart. And you're supporting yourself with your upper back. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your head bow. And listen to whatever message you're receiving from your body right now. One of the yoga yamas that we follow in yoga practice is the yama of truth. And it's a practice where we listen for the truth in all things. And we listen to the truth from our hearts. And so if you're feeling scared, feel that. If you're feeling warm and comfortable, feel that. And remember, we can feel a whole bunch of things in any given moment. And so allowing yourself to feel all the things. Feel the comfortable place to practice, and feel whatever fear you are having. The act of yoga is to find that discernment, to notice what is the truest thing. Is your fear the truest thing? Is your comfort the truest thing? And using the discernment to choose to practice comfort or choose to practice fear with a conscious mind. Upholding your heart, inhale. exhale, release your hands, let your eyes flutter open, let yourself come here. So if you're in a cross-legged place, go ahead and stick your legs out. Lance is gonna probably kick me. Stick your legs out and just wiggle, there it goes. Wiggle side to side. Let yourself roll towards your right hip and then towards your left hip. We're gonna do a little bit of a Kundalini style warm up this morning. This one is more of a fascial warm up, but I just want you to get a little bit more comfortable in your seat, okay? So rolling side to side, and then we're gonna come to stillness, and I want you can float your hands up or you can leave them on the floor. I want you to rock around your ischial tuberosities. So those are those two funny bumps in your bottom there, and allow yourself to roll around them. So this is a little bit like a Sufi grind that we're gonna do in a moment, and then go ahead and go back the other way. And it doesn't matter which way you go first, just go. You know, that a lot of what happens when we're worried or panicked is we seize up. And so today's class is going to be a lot about finding some freedom. We're going to move a little bit more than we have. We're going to do a little bit more rapid movement than we have. And I want you to be conscious of how that's feeling in your body. If it's feeling too much to move that rapidly, then slow things down, okay? Come to steady, and let's cross at the shins, bringing the right shin in front of the left. And you can cross at the ankle space, you can cross higher on the shins, you can pull your feet in towards your lap. So do whatever is most comfortable for you. Place your hands, palms down on your knees, and we're gonna begin a spinal flexion. So you'll inhale, let your chest come forward, and exhale, round back. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, round back. And just get into a rhythm for you. It may feel really yummy in your body to go slowly. That slow momentum might feel great. And for others of us, it might feel really good to go quickly. So let the breath come on the inhale as you go forward, and exhale back. So we're using this movement to help emphasize the natural action of the diaphragm. Inhaling, exhaling. And when we do this in a Kundalini class, although this is not a Kundalini class, we get a little bit fiery with it. So I'm going to go ahead and make those sounds, and you can decide if you want to be that fiery, but I'm not there to observe you. So it's a... But really, it's just about getting the spine moving. Get your spine moving, find this flexion and extension, and we're gonna look to see if we can't get energy and heat, momentum up into the shoulders. I know we've been here for a while. We're gonna keep going for a while longer. If Lance starts making faces, you can wave at me on the screen there. All right. Okay, come to steady. And close your eyes or let your vision go a little soft, and feel your body. Feel how your bottom is encountering your seat. Feel how your pelvis is responding. Feel how your low back is responding. Feel how your middle spine is responding. Feel how the center of your chest is responding. Feel how your neck is responding. What we're looking for in this kind of warm-up is this softening and even an experience of light radiating from the floor all the way up into the crown of the head. In my body right now, I have light going about to mid-chest. So just check for yourself. And if you don't get a sensation of light, you are not failing. You are not doing yoga incorrectly. That's not your experience, and that's okay. All right, hands on your knees. Let's switch the cross of the legs. You don't have to have your hands on your knees to cross your legs, but switch the cross of your legs. And we're gonna move around in Sufi grind. So this is a circular movement, and you'll feel that shifting around on those ischial tuberosities. We have sort of 4 landmarks at the base of the bottom. We have the 2 ischial tuberosities, the superior ischial tuberosities, that's why they get called sits bones. And we have the coccyx, which is the tailbone, and we have the pubis symphysis. And so I want you to see if you can experience those landmarks as you're moving around. So this is a intended, in Kundalini Yoga, they talk about this space being a way to develop a sense of ground and also to develop our relationship with the Mula Bandha. The Mula Bandha is this base of the body here, and it is a stoppage for energy. It's a containment space for energy. And if you think about it, we're always containing that a little bit because we're not walking around with pee running down our legs, right? So there's a graphic image for you. But so this area is always a little bit engaged. When a space is always engaged but not worked with, it becomes a little bit brittle. Think about your hamstrings, right? Go ahead and shift directions of your Sufi grind. And you may notice that one way feels really yum and the other is just like, ugh, why are we doing this? Okay? But just embrace that. Let that be part of your experience. So this place, this Mula Bandha space, so it's root lock is how that translates, is a space that controls energy. It keeps things from releasing down, but it also, and it lifts the energy up. So the thinking is, the mythology in that space is that at the base of the spine, there's a coiled serpent. And there's this coiled serpent. And the idea is that this is our latent Kundalini energy. And we're looking to enliven the snake. And the Kundalini energy is the energy of enlightenment. We're going to enliven the snake and we're going to have it twirl up our spine and ding, hit this point in the middle of our brains. And we'll all of a sudden be open to this ecstatic, energetic experience. And really, it's beautiful imagery. I love the imagery that goes with it. Go ahead and come to steady. But a lot of it is about feeling free inside the body. Being strong enough so that we can experience worry, we can experience fear, and we can transcend the experience of worry and the experience of fear. We can say, yep, that's part of human life. And I'm actually pretty gosh darn well. So do that, scan up your spine again, notice tailbone space, pelvic floor space, low belly space, navel space, middle of the rib cage, throat, shoulders, center of your mouth, right around your head. And just see, are there any, is light coming through anymore? Maybe light isn't your sensation, maybe it's heat coming through. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes, send your legs out away from you. Remember which, oh yeah, the right shin was in front. I have to remember these things. And bring your left shin in front now. Okay, so we're gonna work up the spine. You're gonna bring your hands to your shoulders and we're gonna do a little bit of opening and closing of the chest. So on the inhale, you'll take your elbows back, and on your exhale, you'll bring them towards each other and curl in. Inhale, bloom your heart open, lift your elbows back. Exhale and round in, elbows towards navel. Inhale, open, oh yeah. Exhale and round in. Inhale and open. Exhale and round in. And just keep in this space. Think of this one. This one to me feels very much like mimicking the movement of a butterfly or a flying creature, this opening of the heart space. So there's this acknowledgement that we need to be open and present for the world, but there's also this curling in and moving in towards what is important and what is real. And there's this beautiful invitation going on in our lives right now to get really close, to our relationship with ourselves, to get really close to the relationships with the people who live in our houses with us. And, you know, we get the opportunity to see the things that we are powerful at in those relationships. And we also get to see the things that, oh man, I could sure work on that. Like, I'm hoping Lance won't mind. He can hit me if he minds. That I've been getting to be tech support for him over the last couple of days. And I am not a great tech support person, but I know a little bit more than Lance does.
A lot more.
He says a lot more. Exhale around in.
I know nothing.
Inhale and open out. Exhale and round in. Inhale and open out. And then pause. Keep your hands on your shoulders. And just feel where the heat has arrived. If you're getting uncomfy, you can always switch the cross of your legs. You can always sit up on a chair. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself lots of comfort in the middle of this stuff. Okay? Now we're going to go side to side. You're going to inhale as you move to the left, and you're going to exhale as you move to the right. Just leaning side to side. So I'm getting to be tech support person, and it is not a role that I feel super confident in. And so every time he calls me and says, hey, Sarah, I need some help, there's part of me that's afraid that I'm not going to be able to do a good job for him. And that part of me responds a little shrilly. And he's called me on it a couple of times. And it's been interesting getting to be of help, but also feeling that space of like, I don't know if I am going to be able to help. And bumping up into my own fears about failing, and certainly those fears are coming up in regards to being a teacher. I know that seems silly because here we are teaching yoga, right? But they're there. Those feelings are there. I taught elementary school for a long time, not for a long time, for 3 short, painful years. And I did not feel successful in that realm. And so having the kids home and being their teacher is terrifying to me. And so I'm getting to experience that fear too, which is kind of cruddy. I don't love it. But at the other time, I'm really grateful for those master's classes where I did get to learn things about being a teacher. And I'm really grateful that Lance is so patient with me as I'm mumbling around in the tech world with him. Inhale, come up. Exhale, settle your shoulder blades on your back. If you can stand to keep your hands on your shoulders, do. And check in again. So just crawl from the base of the spine up through. And notice where the heat's gotten to. For me, the heat is definitely rising towards the center of my chest. The next move, and this is the last one, I know we got one more in the Kundalini series. We're going to twist side to side. I invite you to start this really slowly. So as you move to the right, you're going to inhale. And as you move to the left, you're going to exhale. And really, this is much more, less Kundalini of me and more Iyengar of me. I would like you to tune in a lot to all of the different muscles that are involved in this twisting sensation. And then when you feel like, yes, I'm going to be able to twist without tweaking anything, then you could bring a little bit more speed into it. It could come, let me get there. It could come more like breath of fire for you, or you can just focus on really opening up, expanding from elbow to elbow and moving really mindfully, thinking about bringing heat and blood and all of those things that we call prana in the yoga tradition, all of those energetic things, up towards your heart, towards your throat. We're going to do a few more cycles. This is a long warm-up session, and you guys are doing great with it. Thanks for holding in there. It's going to really feel good through your spine. And then let yourself swing towards neutral, okay? Final action in this space. Sweep your elbows forward and up. Push them towards each other. Press the palms of your hands together. Reach up and be a well-grounded, be a radio tower. Really ground down through the legs and send your signal up into the sky. So you pull those shoulder blades together, lift the heart a lot, And just feel this lightning energy rising through your body. We're going to inhale, hold the breath, and then as you exhale, sweep your hands down. Just clear your space, right? Clear that space. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. You can do a little movement, free form. We just want to have a sense of flow in this space. That energy is moving through us. We're developing heat. We're developing warmth. We're developing a sense of freedom. So the right shin's going to come across the left. And we're going to do neck stuff, okay? It is really important. I'm going to turn to the side. It is really important that when we are working with the neck, that we're really mindful of what happens. A lot of us, myself included, roll back on our pelvis and the head goes forward and the neck gets crunched back here while we're sort of crunching the lumbar spine in the belly. So this is why I've got Lance up on as many blankets as towels as he's on, and why I keep encouraging you to sit up on a chair if it doesn't work for you. Because we really want to think about having the throat, the back of the throat, balanced over the spinal column. Because this area is our biggest line of communication, right? If we don't have communication from our head down to the head, down to the rest of our body, we don't have much of a life. So let's continue to think about deepening this throat back. So the chin pulls back and the back of the ears lift up. You could even grab your ears, do that. Grab your ears and pull from the backs of your ears and lift up. And then imagine the back of the throat getting a little bit more open. And let the heads of your shoulders drop down. And just let yourself stretch that upper trapezius space as you're pulling on your ears. Let your shoulders go down, 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 down as you pull your ears up, 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 up. And breathe. Why not? And you might pull on opposite ears. Sometimes that feels good. I am still working on designing some YouTube videos for the Claremont Club, but one of them is definitely going to be a 20-minute yoga self-massage. So good for us right now, particularly if you're living by yourself, to get some human touch, even if it is your own. Yeah? Okay. Release your hands down and think about that action of deepening the throat back as we go into this neck work. So the first move is a deepen of the throat back and drop the chin towards the chest. And then you're going to roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. And exhale, center. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Just going side to side here. And you'll notice, at least I notice in my body, that as my head rolls one way, the other shoulder says, oh, we're going to go that way. So I'm spending a little bit more time letting my elbows feel like they're grounding. So I can get that really long, beautiful stretch in the side of the neck, in the back of the head, so that all of those cells can receive fresh oxygen. All of those cells can receive this decompression that I am intending to send into my neck. Keep going side to side, exhaling as the chin comes towards the chest, inhaling as you roll to one side, exhaling chin to chest, inhaling to the other side. Keep going. We've got 3 more cycles. Just loving up your fabulous body. This one, you know, even with all of its constituent aches and pains. Okay, chin to chest, lift your head, flutter your eyes open. All right, we're going to do one more thing to clear the air, and then we're going to get into big, grosser movements, okay? So again, make your seat comfortable. I'm going to get out of Lance's way. You're going to extend your arms forward, And let's go ahead and interlace the fingers. And I want you to imagine everything that's frustrating you right now, whether, it doesn't matter what it is, everything that's frustrating you right now, and put it just right there in front of you, just see it, okay? And we're gonna chop at that business. We're just gonna clear that energy out. So we'll inhale, reach up, and exhale, sweep down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. This is another one. You can do slow, powerful sweeps in that chop, or you can get really energetically excited. But just clear out all the garbage that's been sitting in front of you that might be along any of your energy centers in your spine, just saying, I don't need these worries. I don't need this fear. I'm good. Inhale, reach up. Stick your index fingers up. Do that lightning rod. Feel the lift from the base of your body all the way up through your spine. If you know how to engage your Mula Bandha, do that right now. Pulling up and in. And then exhale, release your hands, sweep down. A clearer, cleaner person. Okay. Lie down on your back. Down on your back, knees in the air, feet flat on the floor. Okay?
Moving slow.
He's moving slow. He's here, he's moving slow. No hurry. It's gentle yoga.
No hurry, no hurry.
All right, we can think of Betty saying, Sarah, it's gentle yoga. That's what it says on the sign. Okay. Feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We're going to get there. Sometimes called constructive rest. Okay, as you're here, you're going to press down into your feet, lift your bottom up, and jiggle it. Just swing it back to side to side. Swing your bottom side to side. Really loose. Be like a little kid, you know, antsy in the theater because the play is going on way too long. Just get all that. Just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Free that space up. Okay. And then settle your bottom back down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your bottom up. Exhale, lower your bottom down. Inhale, lift your bottom up. Exhale, lower your bottom down. Inhale, lift your bottom up. Exhale, lower your bottom down. Stay grounded, pull your right knee into your chest. So I'm going to go ahead and give Lance a towel for behind his head because his chin is beginning to jut up. If you're finding that happening in your body, then grab your towel, slide it under your head. So Lance is becoming a yoga model professional now, so he's getting to learn all these things. Pay him. He wants payment. All right. He's going to get all the love he can stand. Okay. And now we're going to mobilize the left leg. So keep holding on to your right and bring your left knee up. And then settle your left foot to the floor. So exhale, left knee in towards your chest. Left knee into your chest. And then inhale, put your left foot down. So you're just moving one side. So I'll give a demo here. Right knee's in. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, left foot down. So just moving your foot back and forth to the floor. And just feel how your pelvis shifts there. And then we're going to put the right knee, a foot on the floor. Grab your left knee, hug your left knee in, left shin in towards you. And do the same movement over on the other side. So we're looking for any kind of sensation in this space. What is happening? You might notice that your bottom is flipping up. You might notice that your tailbone's really mobile. You might notice that your rib cage is really mobile. Okay, and then you're going to settle down. Settle down. Take a moment. Tuck those shoulders under you like we did yesterday. Think about that fitted sheet image. and we're gonna work again. So right knee comes into the chest, grab onto it, and you can stay with, we'll go 5 times. You can stay with a bent leg on the left side, or you can start to have an extended leg on the left side. So it'll be an exhale, knee towards chest, inhale, lower your heel towards the floor. Exhale, knee towards chest, there's 2, inhale, foot towards the floor. Exhale, knee towards chest, inhale, foot towards floor, 3, exhale, knee into chest, inhale, foot to floor, exhale, knee into chest, inhale, foot to floor. If it doesn't bother your low back, leave your left heel on the floor and pull your right knee in a little bit more. Think about this. Imagine a small benevolent child. Don't invite one in. They'll just cause chaos right now. But imagine a small benevolent child might come and sit on your left thigh and help drop that thigh to the floor as you're pulling your right knee in towards your chest. So you're just getting this really lovely long stretch through the spine. Take a breath, why not? Feel the weight of that small benevolent child. This is a very nice child, they're not wiggling. It's incredible, I don't know where you found them. And then go ahead and release, bend your left knee, put your left foot back on the floor, put your right foot back on the floor, draw your left knee into your chest, hug in, and you want to have this nice cozy space. And then you can move right knee bent, or you can take the right leg up towards the sky. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor, bring your low ribs down. As you inhale, lower your heel towards the earth. As you exhale, bring your knee back in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back in. I believe we're at 2 or 3. What do you think, Lance? Inhale, lower. Exhale, back in. Curse of the group exercise teacher. We lose count. Let's go for one more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back up. And then if it feels okay, you lower all the way down. If it doesn't feel okay, and I'll model the not okay. If it doesn't feel okay, put your right foot flat on the floor. Sweep the outer left hip. All of us are going to sweep the outer left hip towards your right heel. Just a little nudge of that side as you pull the knee in and grow your tailbone across the room. Settle the back of your head, settle your shoulders, just enjoy this opening in the low back space. You might be missing Carrie Ann today. Lance and I are missing Carrie Ann today. She has informed us that yoga modeling every day is not for her. And she has a Skype call that she had to be on. So while we miss her, we understand that being with your parents at every second when you're 13 might be a bit much. Okay, go ahead and release your left foot to the floor. And we're going to go back into our bridge pose again. Press your heels down. Bring your elbows down by your sides. Push the heads of the shoulders down. Inhale, lift your hips up. And then I want you to walk your hands, your shoulders, a little bit closer to your heels as you press your feet down and reach your tailbone through your knees. So we're looking for an elongation across the lap, across the low back. Notice, lift your toes up. Notice if your feet are well situated on the floor. We're just going to open this space, open up the lap. And still breathe, huh? Exhale, release down. Pause, you get 2 breaths. Maybe you bring your knees to touch. Maybe you close your eyes. Okay. Bring your feet towards one another. I'm going to roll away from Lance. You can roll whichever way it works in the space you're practicing in. Roll towards the side, press into your hands, lift yourself up, and then we're going to come up to standing. So however that works for your body, come up to standing, and I'm going to have, oops, Lance is going to leave us. So here we are, Tadasana. Bring your feet hip distance. Bring your hands to your hips. So hip distance is inner space, okay? It's not our pear-shaped imagining of how wide our hips are. It's this where the hip sockets are, where the thigh bone, the femur bone comes into the hip socket here, okay? The acetabulum of the pelvis. Ooh, fancy words, okay? And then I want you to lift your toes up, lift your toes up, lift your toes up, and soften your knees. Really think about the calf muscles pushing forward as you draw your inner groins back, take your tail down, lift into your belly, and we're gonna have our big old Kundalini moment again, okay? Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers if you can overhead. If it's not working to go overhead, then go straight at whatever, go straight forward, okay? So think about overhead, index fingers extending up, press down through your feet and reach out through those fingers. Squeeze your arms towards your ears while you lower the heads of your shoulders down and just be this radio tower sending out signal. See if you can continue to release the inner upper shoulders down as you lift the center of the chest up. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, release your hands down. All right, we're gonna do a little shoulder mobilization here. I got feedback from a dear friend that she needs a little neck work. So we're gonna focus into that space, okay? The neck is really highly associated with the shoulders, and the shoulders are highly associated with the upper back and the chest. So just move those spaces. Let yourself, nobody's watching, right? Do whatever crazy arm movements you're feeling. And you can do the Lance version or the Sarah version. You can let it go down into your feet. We can do a little, the kids would hate it, but let yourself flow. Okay, reach your arms out, palms up. Pull your thumbs back and think about stretching from the center of your chest out through your thumbs. My biggest challenge is keeping the ribs down, so check and see, make sure your ribs aren't popping forward or that your knees aren't shoving back, right? So we want to keep that sense of integrity. Bend your knees a little bit so you can think about the calves going forward, the quadricep muscles pulling up, drop the ribs back, lift the center of the chest, and pull those thumbs wide, 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 wide. Bring your ears up to your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Inhale. Exhale, release down. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release down, and release your arms and let them swing. So make sure you're not going to whack any furniture or anyone who, even though you might be a little bit annoyed at, you still love. I'm not annoyed at you. He's making that face. He's making that face. I'm not annoyed with him. Okay. Now, step wide. Wrists over ankles if you can stand to. Turn your, undoing the left, turn some side of toes out, bend your knee. Pull your heels back towards one another, settle the shoulders, turn your back leg, your straight leg, hip, back, 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 back. And let's sweep right arm underneath left. Go for eagle arm. So you might pull your left arm across your body. You might bring the backs of the hands together. You might reach for palms. And we're going to do a little movement here. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, pull your elbows towards your navel. Inhale, float things up. Exhale, pull them towards your belly button. Inhale, float things up. Exhale, towards your belly button. Inhale, open your arms out. Exhale, release your arms down. Turn left side of toes forward, other side of toes back, out. Bend your knee, top to your back leg, hip, move it back. Open your arms wide, inhale. Exhale, left arm underneath right. Pull your right arm across your body. Bring the backs of the hands or touch palms. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, elbows towards belly button. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, elbows towards belly button. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, elbows towards belly button. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, release your arms down. Turn your toes. Step your feet together. Okay. Bring your arms back behind you on your inhale. Interlace, if you can, your right thumb over your left. Pull your elbows back. For me, again, it's going to be that journey of the ribs back, ribs back, ribs back. And take your hands over to the left side of your waist. Draw the shoulders back. And tip your head towards your hands. Okay? And then mobilize your opposite shoulder. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a big mobilization. And maybe your hands are in your mid-back. That's okay. We just want to get this action into the shoulder, into the throat space. Release your hands, lift your head, swing your arms a bit. Shrug your shoulders. Remember, shoulders are meant to be joyful. They're what we hug people with. Oh yeah. Take your arms back. Inhale. Left thumb over right. Exhale, hands to the right side of your waist. Pull your elbows towards one another. Scoot, scoot, scoot your rib cage back towards your forearm. And drop your head towards your hands. Okay? Now mobilize. Maybe it's an up and down mobilization in your left shoulder. Maybe it's a little bit more of a circle. But mobilize. Just feel things. We want warmth. We want love. We want movement into the body. When we're in a worry loop, that's a pretty straight and narrow path. It's not a path that's looking out and going, oh, look at the amazing trees flowering. Look at how beautiful the earth looks after all this amazing rain we've been getting. It's a path that just goes back and forth between, am I safe, am I safe, am I safe, am I safe? And we want to free up. Lift your head, release your arms, let them swing. Again, freedom of movement. Let things be a little bit jazzy, you know, a little bit, whoa, party time. Okay, we're going to step the feet wide again. And I'm going to stand behind Lance for this one. Go ahead and step your feet wide. Float your arms out, inhale. And as you're here, think about that throat space. So think about drawing the chin down slightly and lifting up with the back of the throat and letting your ears, imagine some loving person is pulling on your ears. And his expression is really good, guys. Lifting that space up. And then I'm just going to have you rotate your palms. So as you inhale, turn your palms up. Let the shoulder blades go together. Yeah. And then as you exhale, see if you can keep the shoulder blades going together, but turn your palms down. So try not to, yeah, good. Inhale, turn your palms up. Feel this natural movement into external rotation. Keep it. Exhale, turn your palms down. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. And lift the back of your head. Oh, okay. Now, turn one set of toes to the short edge of your mat. Bend your knee. And then reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. And you're going to bring your forearm down to your thigh and take side angle pose. Bring your back hand straight up away from you. So and actually go ahead and turn your palm the same direction as your nose. And think about that action of shoulder blades going together on the back. Extend out through your fingertips like you're shooting arrows through your fingers. Lightning bolts through your fingers. I keep using that. All of our kids keep reading Percy Jackson. We've got all kinds of Greek gods and whatnot happening at our house. Okay. Deepen the throat back. Yes. And then rotate this back arm. Turn the palm up. Feel your shoulder blade go onto your back. Keep that space. Turn the palm down. Turn the palm up. Turn the palm down. One more time. Turn the palm up. Turn the palm down and come up. Just remember which direction you went in. Turn the toes forward and switch. Bend your knee. Reach out, yeah, forearm to thigh. Pull the heels together so you have nice stability. I'm going to scoot Lance's butt back a little bit. Ooh, so engage your belly space. Yeah. And then reach out with this back hand. Feel the shoulder blades going together on your back. I notice for me that I compromise the arm that's moving down towards the floor. So really use that shoulder blade onto your back to lift the sternum. And we're going to think about this movement. So turn your palm up, gather the shoulder blades, and then see if you can keep the shoulder blades gathered and turn the palm down. Inhale, palm up. Exhale, palm down. Inhale, palm up. Exhale, palm down. Inhale, palm up. Hold it. Draw your throat back. Think about your ears being pulled back. Keep this space. Turn the palm down and draw yourself upright. Ooh. Bring your feet back together. Heel toe, everything back together. Stand tall. And if you want to swing things. Just notice, where did the line of tension go? When I feel stuff going up into my neck and shoulders, it's usually, for me, okay, I'm speaking for myself here, I'm speaking in the I to the best of my ability. When I feel tension higher in my body, it's usually because I'm not feeling grounded. And so check in with yourself. As we go into more standing work, which we're going to do, check and see, can you feel your feet on the floor as you're working with your head and your neck? And maybe for you, as for me, it's more important to get that sense of foundation than it is to seek, amazing owl-like properties in your neck. Okay? Inhale where you are. Exhale, step your feet wide. We're going to take triangle pose. Turn one set of toes out. Make sure your knee is tracking your second, third toe. You're going to keep the legs straight this time. Okay? Make the back leg straight and strong. Press down into that heel. Open your toes up. Press those soles of the feet down. Yeah. Pull the heels towards one another. Float the arms. And as you exhale, lean forward. Taking your hand, leg stay straight. Taking your hand to your thigh or your knee or your shin. If you're touching your knee, that's fine. Don't put weight on the knee. Okay? Put weight into a lower bone. And then you're just going to feel in your body, okay? Pull your heels towards each other, stay as long as you can. Pull your heels towards one another. So you have this sense of pulling up through the inner chain of the body. So we're using the arches of the feet to give us that buoyancy. We're going to pull up at the Mula Bandha lock. So lift that space, your perineum, the space between your legs. And then draw your navel point in so that your heart can be open and free. See if your throat can move back. We've been here forever, approximately. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhalation, come upright. Turn your toes forward. Switch feet. Make sure your toes go all the way out, that your knee heads in that same direction. We're going to keep both legs straight. Inhale. As you exhale, you tip over. When you're bracing your hands, make sure that's not inviting your shoulder to rise up, okay? We're going to do that little rotation, so that little turn of your palm to get your shoulder blade to go onto your back. It's really great for these pectoral muscles here. And then notice how that affects your chin, your neck. Pull the feet towards one another. Lift the toes. Get a little bit of electric voice going through your body. When I find my pose, usually my body says, oh yeah, there it is. And it doesn't happen every day. Sometimes I'm in a pose and my body says, this bites. Sometimes though, I get the right alignment in the pose and the body says, yes, this is awesome. So look, do those little micro adjustments. Claim your belly, claim your throat. Imagine light coming out through the crown of your head. Light going out through your fingertips. Just let the whole body go, oh yes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull yourself back up. You can bend that forward knee to make it happen. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Bring the feet towards one another. Fabulous. Oh my gosh. Time always flies when I'm having a good time with yoga. It's about time to head towards the floor. I want to give you, he's grinning. I want to give you a little bit of time in inversion, but I want to take time for, a lot of time in that sentence. I want to take time for a twist. I'm going to do this one with Lance, and it'll be great. Here goes. Turn yourself towards the short edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips and just find that sense of balance between right and left. Lift your toes up, feel the earth. You know, every time I think that about lifting the toes up from the earth, I do dust to dust, right? Which is such a sort of morbid space to go. But we come from the earth, we go back to the earth. We are recyclable. Settle your toes back down. And then we're going to slide the right foot back. It's going to go back about 2.5, 3 feet. Okay? And I'm going to make sure that there's space between my feet right to left. All right? You can have as much space as you want. Your right toes are going to angle towards the long edge of the mat. So your heel goes in, toes go out, about 45 degrees. You just want to be aware of what the conversation is in your back knee. So if it's unhappy, shift that out. Make it happy. Okay? Then we isometrically, so without moving, pull the inner thighs together. We're going to straighten out the left leg in front of us. Inhale, get really long from your pubic symphysis through your sternum. Lean forward, reach your right arm forward. Turn your chest to the left and bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Left hand goes on your low back. Roll the shoulders back, deepen your throat back. Smile maybe. I know that always feels cheesy to me when I say that, but it feels better. Inhale, unwind. Reach up maybe. Bend your knee. Uh-oh, we snuck in a warrior one. Exhale, step your feet together, hands down. Inhale, feel really tall and fabulous. I'm going to turn so my face, my last, you can turn or not, okay? And then we're going to take the left foot back. Make sure you have space right to left. 2.5 to 3 feet long, space wide. Make your back knee, your left knee comfortable. So angle the foot out or in more, find that space. Isometric contraction, inner groins coming together, right hip goes back, left hip goes forward. Straighten out your right leg. Then think length from your pubis symphysis up through your sternum. Left arm comes up, inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Left hand is coming to the outside of the right leg. Turn your chest to the right. You may notice that your right hip wants to come forward. Just nudge it back. And just say, hey there, friend. Go back. And then check in with your throat. If it feels uncomfortable to look behind you, don't. Draw your throat back. Lengthen the back of your neck. Inhale, release your left arm, release your right arm, bend your knee. There's that sneaky warrior one. Exhale, step your feet together. Arms down. Okay, I want you to bring your device and yourself close to a wall. That's what I want to have happen. So Lance is going to head to our wall right behind us here. I may move the camera. We'll see what we need. I want you to take your mat with you, and I want you to take your towels with you. So take the short edge of the mat to the wall. And then just have your towels nearby. I think I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer to Lance so you can see what we're doing here. All right. And then he is going to go legs up the wall. So he's going to get close to the wall and swing his legs up. And, ooh, yeah. Okay. And you have to remember that grace is not required in order for this to feel good. Okay? And then once he gets here, he's going to do a little check-in with himself and see if he needs if he needs a pillow for his head, if he feels like his chin is jutting up. So I'm thinking he probably does need that. I'm going to bring him a little closer here. Sorry for the moving image. Okay. All right. And now the first order of business is to be chill here. So to let himself in the middle of filming the yoga video, chill out. Let the breath move in the body. This is mantra week. This might be the time that he initiates his mantra. He's making faces at me. I want his mantra to be, Sarah is beautiful and wonderful.
Always has been.
Always has been. All right. And then go ahead, for yourself, go ahead and roll your palms up and do that little shift of the shoulder blades underneath. So you're getting a really subtle stretch across the pectoral muscles. We're gonna get into some back body stuff in a moment, but I want you to take 5 breaths, enjoying the peace of the moment. Even if that means you've got people running around screaming, while you get to have a peaceful moment. Okay. Go ahead and draw your right knee in towards your chest. And initially just hold on to your right knee and think about the outer right hip moving a little bit more towards the wall. So you're getting this little bit of lengthening through there. And Lance is doing a good job. He's drawing his toes back towards his face on the left, and he's pushing his left heel into the wall to counteract. So both sides of his bottom are trying to get to the wall evenly. And that's a really good place to practice. See if you can make that happen in your body. The mantra that I offered yesterday was Sat Nam. On Monday, we talked about creating your own mantra. I am peaceful, I am at peace, I am calm. And that mantras are just a way to give your brain something to think. Just like we have the pain reflexes or the tension reflexes in the body, because we're worrying and we're not always conscious of the worry, that a mantra can disrupt that space. It can say, let's think this instead, and let's think something neutral or something even more powerful than neutral. Okay. Now you're going to draw your right toes back towards you. If you can cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And for some of us, it's going to make the bottom fly up. How's this? I'm going to check in with Lance, but you check in with yourself. If your bottom really flew up, you may need to back yourself away from the wall a bit to give yourself space. If you've got more space, you might use your right hand on your right knee to kind of guide it away. But I want everybody, please look at your right ankle joint right now and see if it's engaged. If you're seeing wrinkles across that funny bump, that's your medial malleoli. If you're seeing wrinkles there, you're probably compromising your knee. So I want you to think about pushing out through your big toe mound, maybe even pulling your toes back towards your face on that right side so that you're stabilizing your knee joint. So what we're actually stretching is the hip. The goal is to stretch the hip. How does that feel?
Relax into it.
He's going to relax into it. You get to relax into it too. Relax with that breath, maybe with the mantra. Yeah, he's indicating he's feeling it in his hamstrings. For some people, it goes straight into the hamstrings. For others of us, it goes right into the butt space. For me, I get a line, sort of outer hip space. Some people feel it more in the iliotibial tract there, the outside of the right thigh. Now we're going to play, okay? So we're going to see, I don't know if Lance has this space in his body. We're going to see if he can bring his left heel towards the wall And then on the inhale, he's going to push his elbows down and lift his butt up. And on the exhale, he's going to set his bottom back down. Yeah. The thing that I'm seeing happen, and Lance has many years of activity in his life, is that I'm seeing his left knee start to look towards his right shoulder. And if that's happening for you, make sure that your right kneecap is looking at, your left kneecap is looking at your left shoulder the whole time. Don't let it go wandering off. 2 more. Lift up, inhale. Exhale and lower. Lift up, inhale. Exhale and lower. And then ease out. So send the left leg up, send the right leg up, expand out through your toes. Think about drawing from your arches, from the inside edges of your feet, down towards your mula bandha, your perineum, that root lock space. And then reach from your outer hips up through your heels. Okay? And we'll do the other side. So we start with left knee into the chest. Just pull it in. And let yourself be chill. Feel the breath move towards the belly. Notice if you're clamping your jaw. I often clamp my jaw when I get into low back, hip work. So there's a nerve center that goes from our hamstrings right up into our fight and flight response that clamps into the jaw. And I have read research that says we are socially conditioned to notice when our leader is tightening their jaw. And so you think about who's alpha in your house, maybe you're the alpha. And your response when that person gets tense around the jaw. And the research that I read said that was our get ready to run signal. So that when we see our leader tense, we all tense and we're ready to go. Now go ahead and cross left ankle over right thigh. Pull the toes back at you. And you're going to just see, this hip may have more mobility in it. It may have less. We're just going to settle in, breathe into it, as Lance was saying, on the other side. And make sure that that your left ankle is not sickling. So look at the medial malleoli. Go ahead and look at it. See that if the skin is slack or wrinkling, it means that you're not engaging through. So you need to push out through the big toe mound, through the inner heel. Keep that extension or that activation in the ankle as you push the knee away. And then you check in with the right side and make sure that kneecap hasn't gone looking to your left shoulder. Yeah, for Lance, this is a tight spot.
I definitely feel many places.
Yeah, he's indicating he can feel many places. A long pull. My dad is fascinated with how trains got over the Rockies, like when we'd go on family car trips. He'd say, "Guys, check out this train. This is amazing." I'm thinking about how coal cars, how coal trains, those long hauls. That's what Lance saying, long hauls made me think of getting coal from one end of the country to the other. All right, let's see if we can bring movement into the space. If your body doesn't want to, and I don't know if Lance's body does want to, then you can skip that part. You can stay right here and feel a lot of stuff without having to move. So if you do feel like it, you bend your left knee a little bit and bring your heel towards the floor. Press your forearms down, upper arms down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower your bottom down. And we'll go a couple more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. And one more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Send your right leg straight. Uncross your left. And let yourself settle to the floor. We are going to take a 5-breath bridge pose with the wall. So unless you're feeling lightheaded, if you had your legs up enough and you're feeling lightheaded, then come out of it. I'm going to remove, and I want you to remove, if you have a towel behind your head, I want you to move it out of the space, okay? Bring yourself into robot arms. So your fingertips go up towards the ceiling and your elbows go down into the floor. This just helps us to ground the whole expanse of the humerus bone, okay? So from olecranon process, from your elbow all the way through the head of the humerus, you're moving into the earth. Then you bend your knees and you place your feet on the wall, and you inhale and lift your hips up. And you're only going to go as high as feels comfortable, okay? Or comfortable-ish. This is not the most like yummy space ever. You're going to stay for at least 3 more breaths. Think about the shoulder blades coming towards each other. Think about the collarbones broadening, the chest muscles stretching, and breathe in and out through your nose. And then you're going to release yourself down. Okay, my dear ones, it is time for some kick-ass Shavasana action. So you're at a wall. This might feel excellent to you. You might choose to stay with the legs up the wall. You might choose that you're done with the wall and you want to roll to the side and bring yourself over into lying flat. You might want to grab those towels and slide them underneath your knees to make your knees feel a little bit, to make your back feel a little bit better. You might wish to throw those towels over you because your house is cold. So Lance looks like he's going to do a couple more of these rolling bridges. But he is only shorting himself Shavasana time.
Yeah, this feels good.
This feels good for him, so he's going to do that. The rest of you, you can do those rolling bridges as you want, or you can allow yourself to come into Shavasana and let yourself get really quiet. For the last hour, you've been diving into your body. We whipped up some energy. We got a good open sensation through the spine. We did some grounding standing work. And then we did some nice reversing the flow and some inversion work. Feel this whole amazing body. Even if it's still a little achy, feel it and feel it with appreciation. This is the body you get to learn from. It's holding all of your memories. It's holding the memory of your birth. It's holding the memories of your childhood. It's holding the memories that have come since then. This is the cradle. Let yourself be soothed inside your own cradle. Even when things are a little chaotic, your body continues to digest and it continues to provide you with sensory input. So So allowing yourself so much gratitude for this body. Just like we did in our Kundalini warm-up, scan yourself from the base of your spine into your pelvis, through your low back, into your rib cage, behind your heart, through your throat, and into the crown of your head. Feel any small spots, any reluctant spots. And instead of sending them messages of frustration, send heat and warmth and nurturing love to any part of your body that is telling you that you're living in a stressful time. Any part of your body that's experiencing your underlying fear or your underlying anger. And bring that soothing energy of love, of support and kindness to anywhere that's buzzing or blacked out. Just imagining yourself spreading blankets of love through any part of you that needs it. I don't know if you can hear my yoga mom, but he has drifted off. And you may have to. If you need to stay here, if you had a bad night's sleep and you need to stay in a chill place, then stay there. You don't have to move, okay? I'm glad that we've gotten you to a place of rest. If you do want to join me for a moment or two of seated meditation, then go ahead and start to bring yourself back by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes, by bringing sensation into the outside edges of the body, and then draw your knees into your chest and roll over to a side, avoiding furniture and pets. I've been seeing lots of good pictures of pet companions. Been practicing yoga with us this week. Press into those hands and lift yourself up to a seat. Let your shoulders settle down your back. Draw your throat in. Lift out through the crown of your head. And let's work with Satnam. Truth is my identity. Empty out. On your inhale, think Sat. Think it's so big it covers your brain. Sat. And then your exhale, think Nam, so big it covers your body. Inhale, soft. Exhale, Nam. Inhale, soft. Imagine a wide field. Exhale, Nam. Let that peaceful name reverberate through you. Inhaling, soft. And exhaling, Nam. We've hit our time, my friends. You are more than welcome to stay with your Sat Nam practice. I am so thrilled that you all were able to join us and be here on your mats today. The light inside of me shines brightly for that light inside of you. Thank you for your practice.
Namaste.